Hasan literally called him Sigma lawyer, thinking it's a diss.
I'm a bird, mother. I'm a bird.
Legal Mindset made a video on the Pikering when he was waving around the gun. Hassan's itty bitty feelings got hurt over Legal Mindset criticizing his statement. He got a little upsetty spaghetti about it. I still think he's so fucking stupid for trying to defame a lawyer. Holy hell. You have to be actually brain deficient.
Yep.
Or at least your brain has to be oxygen deficient to do that.
Hasan has slandered me, committed some defamation in response to my reaction to what was going on with Twitch and the situation with Twitch. So today I'm going to respond to that publicly, clear up some of that misinformation, and also talk about some hot water that Hasan may be in legally in the state of California. Of course, I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney, and this is the Legal Mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. So typically my policy...
Wait, which country is he in right now? I completely lost track. The last time he was in Southeast Asia. I'm like so lost in which country he's in right now. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. I was just curious.
Overall with defamation, with people that engage in defamation, is just to ignore it, is to pass it by, is to really pay it no mind, particularly if they're smaller channels and smaller people, really to ignore that at large. However, when a channel of 1.7 million people spreads false information about yourself, clearly not having watched a single one of my videos or really knowing much about me, it's
Legal Mindset thinking that he never watched any of his videos. Isn't Hasan known to like literally watch every single hate video on him, even if it's positive or negative? He'll watch anything that has to do with him just so he can misconstrue it on his own stream and send his own viewers at them. By the way, good luck with that. Like, this whole situation has been really good for Legal Mindset's channel.
it seems, other than what...
And every time he binge watches all the hate videos, he keeps on constantly saying, "Oh, I don't care even at all," and then goes on a freaking 3-hour tangent on his own stream because he just doesn't care that much.
The most deranged antis might try to cook up, there is some need to respond to that. And also, there is a need to bring up some very real legal trouble that Mr. Piker may be in regarding California, especially as some individuals look to come against him. So first of all, we're going to start by reviewing the defamation itself. And this does come in the form of a video, which I have right here for you guys. And this is Hasan kind of responding to his chat. And
all I heard about this is that everyone kept memeing that Legal Mindset literally roasted his butt.
And talking about me and why he's not going to review my videos. And I just want to start out by saying I love the fact that you're going to see immediately how he jumps to ad hominem, because ad hominem, or personal attacks, when used as a debate strategy or when used to rebuke someone, actually represent a concession. That actually means you are incapable of making a legal argument or an objective argument or an informed argument or in any sort of educational argument. You're simply trying to discredit someone personally to get around the fact you lack the capacity to actually argue. And so I actually don't take offense to that. I'm very...
It's I don't know I don't understand how the Pikering doesn't take it as a sign, his 100th sign now, that he literally cannot even uphold a conversation or an argument. Like, not only the Rat King has pointed out, by the way, being racial by a Rat King, that should have been a wake-up call on its own, but now a lawyer is telling you you're using one of the most basic tactics to quote-unquote make an illusion of winning an argument. Hasan literally called him Sigma lawyer, thinking it's a diss. My God,
Would you?
the pikering keeps on pikering.
Used to it,
Let's
having
move on.
been on the internet for years now. So we'll get into this video and the thoughts by Mr. Piker.
Dude, there's something so funny about people being like, dog, have you seen the legal?
Wait, I just realized. So he's going on a "for me, woe is this world" tangent while looking at the videos of a chick who is making like 20 videos of flexing her golden toy. How is it not constantly rent free on his mind 24/7? So he's watching these videos. So if you haven't seen these videos, you probably are living under the rock, but I understand it. You are going on a tangent about it while watching these videos. That's so freaking random. Did someone bring it up in his chat or something?
Mindset video about you? Dude, if I were to cover every Rumble lawyer, fake lawyer that it actually is.
So let's stop right there.
Oh.
Okay, so Rumble lawyer is very interesting. And I think he may mention Rumble again.
Wait, why Rumble? That is so random.
While I do have, I guess, still a Rumble account, I haven't uploaded it to years. I don't stream on Rumble. I only stream on YouTube.
Hasan, the pikering, cannot beat the allegations that his research on people is quick Google search, glance at it for 5 seconds, and start the stream.
Oh, 100%.
Primarily as a major platform. I've tried the others. I don't like them. Rumble, just as a comment, initially offered a very good package contractually to stream on their platform, good
Oh.
advertising packages. That fell off way back towards the COVID days.
Never mind. Rumble has been around that long?
Oh yeah, it has. It has, yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Rumble reminds me of OG COD. Wait, why? Oh, I got you.
So yeah, that's kind of a weird thing. Now, fake lawyer is interesting, and I want to throw out here that that's possibly the most defamatory thing. Now,
Yeah.
I want to give Mr. Piker some credit here because perhaps he knows nothing about me or knows nothing about the law. Well, clearly he knows nothing about the law. Or
Also, my guy, like when you pass the board, you can still look up the credentials of a lawyer. It's not even that hard, especially in US when you pass the board in US. It's public information. It's public record.
what words mean. A lawyer is anybody with a law degree, whether or not they're licensed and practice law. So anybody who's gone to law school is indeed a lawyer. Now, attorney is someone above lawyer. You could say that word is perhaps not interchangeable, but similarly related insofar as they are not only a lawyer, not only do they have a law degree, but an attorney has to be licensed to practice in their state. I'm licensed to practice in the state of Florida. So I am both a lawyer and an attorney above.
So a double whammy. Also, Hasan was born and raised in US, right? Does anyone know that? Let me do a Hasan level of research. Was
Honey.
Hasan born in US? Hasan was born in Jersey? No, we don't claim him. Apparently, Hasan the Pikering was born in Jersey. We do not claim him.
New Brunswick? No, stop.
Actually, that tracks.
Yeah, a little bit.
Sorry, New Brunswick peeps, but that tracks. I'm joking. New Brunswick, we love you. We love you.
Wait. Hasan was born in New Brunswick, but grew up in Istanbul. Okay, no, we don't claim him.
Yeah, he's Turkish.
Above that. So thinking about that logically as a little bit of education, all attorneys are lawyers, but not all lawyers are attorneys. So there you go, Mr. Piker. That's a language. So that statement is indeed false, right?
Wait. Jason is saying you just did 1,000 times more research. His level of research is asking his chat and running with the answer he likes the best. That's the number one thing as a streamer. You never fucking trust what your fucking chat says. I had to learn it the hard way. You motherfuckers lie to me all the fucking time. I will ask you guys, is the sky blue? You guys will tell me, no, it's purple.
I am a quote-unquote fake lawyer because I indeed possess a law degree from the University of Florida. So that statement in the future would be defamatory. And with Mr. Piker, we do have to remember, and with myself and other figures, is that we are all public figures. So we follow the New York Times versus Sullivan standard. We have a higher standard for defamation than the normal private individual. So now that that's been clarified publicly for Mr. Piker, and that he will well know that that information is false and defamatory, to continue to do so.
Right there, criminal scum. Nobody breaks the law on my watch.
I'm sorry, but that notification is a good one when watching Legal Mindset. Stop right there, you criminal scum! Also, Lumpy, hold on. You mean this? Hold on. Let me do my best Hasan impersonation. Ha ha ha, that's so funny. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Imagine being a VTuber who made their first own model and still have more expressions than the Pikering.
Would perhaps incur liability on the part of Mr. Piker. But let's continue to see what he has to say about me. This is fun.
Like a fucking right-wing freak that spends most of their time talking about like trans people.
So that's very interesting. So
Huh?
I will say this. Most of my time talking about trans people, the issues I have been covering lately have been the Ethan
Live research going on.
Sorry, I'm just doing research for Hasan, the Pikering. Hasan, Stop Killing Games, Johnny Somali, Diddy, Joe Rogan, Johnny Somali, Denims, Asmongold, Hasan, Ethan Klein, Casey Tron, Ethan Klein, Johnny Somali and his husband. I mean Johnny Somali's husband. Ethan Klein, Vitaly, Ethan Klein, Vitaly, Somali, mukbang influencer, Somali, Vitaly, Korean law, Thailand, Somali, Thai, Somali, Vitaly, Somali, Vitaly, Thailand, Somali, Putin, and Vitaly. Nuisance streamers, Somali, Asmongold, Somali, Italy, Somali, Logan Paul, Somali, Cinder, Somali, Korea, Somali, Vitaly, Somali, Korea, Somali. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but unless Johnny Somali is trans, Hasan didn't even bother to look at his channel even for 5 seconds.
Klein lawsuit, have been Johnny Somali, have been Vitaly. Now, unless you are counting something with Somali or Vitaly as a trans issue, which I would struggle to understand how that would fit in, then yeah, that's not at all what my content has been about for the past years. So very interesting thing. Also, I keep politics out of my streams, and it was particularly over the last year, 6 months, definitely last 6 months and a year, I have endeavored to keep my streams as objective and educational and make it a environment where everybody is welcome. Even people who like Hasan Piker are welcome in my chat, so long as they are civil, so long as they keep the conversation from.
Yeah, but this is where it's not gonna happen. You really expect him to be civil, and you really expect him, like a commoner, to be in your chat? No, you would have to literally roll out a red carpet for him and French his little just for him to even have a civil conversation with you. You have to treat him like he is the second coming of Jesus for him to even have an actual conversation with you. Up until then, he's gonna talk shit about you to his viewers. If Legal Mindset ever debates Piker, let's hope Mindset doesn't crash out like what happened between Hasan and Charlie. I don't think Legal Mindset will crash out.
He's too objective when
Yeah.
it comes down to it.
No, I think it's because Legal Mindset just doesn't give a flying fuck about Hasan.
From violating the terms of service of the platform, because I indeed do care about abiding by the terms of service of the platform. That is, you are welcome in my chat, whether you're right, left, center, whether you're apolitical, whether you don't care about politics. It doesn't matter at all to me.
What if I'm just a stupid fox gremlin who just wants to sit there and go, am I still welcome?
I care about the law and educating people on the law. That's the core of my channel. So let's continue.
I would lose my mind. I would have no time to cover anything else. I get it. A lot of you are drama perverts, okay? And you nut when you think about the prospect of drama. But
No, I think he's again mistaking himself for others.
Yeah.
Just because he nuts from drama doesn't mean everyone nuts from drama. Also, you're 33 freaking years old. Expand your vocabulary. It's literally like the whole meme, hello, fellow kids.
I'm not.
I will say, I actually do not like drama. And in fact, on my channel, I try to avoid drama. In fact, even in carrying out my behaviors, I try to...
Yeah, but the reality is sometimes drama is unavoidable. Whenever there's any news, drama follows suit. And the reason for that is because you have idiots like Ludwig who categorize anything happening and anyone talking about something happening as drama. Because people, for better or worse, listen to content creators like that. And now, even if you talk about game updates, you are categorized as a drama tuber. Not everything is drama. Sometimes it's about literally talking about shit that's happening.
Sure that I am focusing more on the legal aspects of things rather than the dramatic elements, the interpersonal problems, the stuff that people did. I try to focus on the legal elements of a story. Now, sometimes to get to the legal elements, you have to give background, you have to give context, because things don't make sense in context, without context. However, yes, I would agree with Hasan that I don't like drama, but what Hasan tends to define as drama, and what it appears he's defining as drama, is anything that disagrees with the things he's doing.
Yeah, same as any big content creator. Every time someone is criticizing their actual horrible action is being categorized as drama. This is why I use Ludwig as an example, the whole mango situation. People criticize him for enabling an alcoholic and inviting an alcoholic to an alcohol event, and he categorized it as drama, when in reality, it was anything but drama from people who are commentating about it. Holy hell, they found us.
Run away! Ah!
Run! I'm here. I don't know if you guys heard it.
So by somebody saying what you are doing is objectively risking lawsuits, it's objectively wrong, or for example, saying that, hey, your orbiters, Denims and Frogan, they're going to lose under copyright infringement. Here's the explanation of the law. Apparently, that's drama, to objectively educate people on the law. That's a new definition of drama to me. And I don't know what you guys think, chat.
Going to pay any mind or any attention to some fucking psychotic MAGA lawyer, not a real lawyer, but a
What?
passport bro.
So, okay,
What?
that's really interesting. Once again, he repeats the defamation, saying I'm not a real lawyer.
Wait. Hold on. Did he air quote the MAGA lawyer and then said not a real lawyer and called him a passport bro? But he air quoted the MAGA lawyer.
Passport bro. In
Chat.
Hold
going
on.
to pay any mind or any attention to some fucking psychotic MAGA lawyer. Not
Oh, he air quoted the lawyer part. Okay. I thought I'm
Of course.
tripping. But also, regardless of the air quotes, you're a freaking idiot.
a real lawyer, but a passport bro.
So, okay, that's really interesting. Once again, he repeats the defamation, saying I'm not a real lawyer, which is indeed wrong. And it's interesting, and MAGA, of course, don't bring up politics.
It's as if you can literally look up if someone is actually registered and passed the bar in US. Crazy.
That I've never talked about that at all
He literally could have stopped right there and Googled all of that. And he would have already been 10 times smarter than he ever is.
recently at all. But beyond that, Passport Bro is interesting. because the definition of a passport bro is typically someone that would visit a location for a short period purely for sexual purposes. And for anybody who knows anything about me, I'm a long
And this is what I was talking about earlier as well. Passport bro is not sex tourism. Sex tourism is when you are going to another country just for quote unquote adult entertainment purposes. Passport bro is something else. And again, let me be already 10 times smarter than Hasan and even Google that. Definition of passport bro. Passport bro is a term used to describe a Western man, often from the United States. Okay, I don't need this AI shit. Give me the actual Oxford Dictionary passport bro. Did they even add it? Oxford. Oh, wait, they did?
No way.
What is a passport bro? The unconventional travel dating technique. Okay. And it's a subscription base. I need to know what a passport bro is. I'm not paying $2 to find out what a passport bro is. Like, what is this shit?
Okay, a passport bro is literally a dude that goes outside of the US and find a girlfriend in the intention of marrying them. That doesn't mean they'll come back to the US. It's a 50-50. They either stay in the US, they go back to the US, or they stay in the country of their girlfriend slash wife.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. But like, I wanted to read up an article by Sarah Pollock about what a passport bro is. And they're literally like paywalling whole $2 to find out what a passport bro is. Like, come on. Like, I'm not paying $2 to find out. What is this? Originally $15.75. Hey guys, do you want to pay $16 to find
That's
out?
per week.
But you are ruining my skits. Hey guys, what? Son- Hey guys, do you want to pay $16 to find out what a passport bro is? Let's crowdfund $16 for Hasan so he can read up on this article.
long-term resident of several countries in Asia. I've been a resident of the Republic of South Korea, the Kingdom of Thailand, the Philippines, and Japan. These are all wonderful, amazing countries, and I do help people obtain legal visas and legal residence long-term in these countries.
Wait,
Legal Mindset is doing more for people than Hasan would do for people in 100 Lives. These labels are getting complicated. Can we just all be friends? No, I'm not your friend, buddy.
Because they appreciate the culture, the lifestyle, the quality of life, the peace, the safety, the tranquility. These are amazing things about living in Asia. And another amazing thing is that, unlike America, and this may be surprising to Hasan, it is not as easy to get away with being an illegal migrant to these countries. So if you try to illegally migrate to Japan or Korea, very good luck to you, sir, because likely you will end up in the cell next to Johnny Somali, aka Ramzi Khalid Ismail, if you try that in Korea.
Oh. No, but he's right, though.
he is right.
It's not going to go well for you. So I would insist that perhaps the only person that perhaps between the two of us would be a passport bro is the individual who visited Berlin solely for the purpose of going to a brothel. But that's neither here.
Oh,
And that's the one that got raided by the police for sex trafficking and underage girls.
Nor there. Let's continue.
And the reason I'm not doing any allegations if he did or did not anything there is because I'm sorry, I'm not gonna stoop to the stupidity of Hasan and co and allege that someone is incriminating themselves.
Who offers fucking courses on becoming a passport bro, who primarily fucking streams on Rumble.
Neither one of those things are true. I do not have a single course on becoming a passport bro, and I do not primarily stream on Rumble.
Wait, Legal Mindset has a course how to be a passport bro? Where? Let me look up his Rumble.
is he like mixing people up together or some shit? Like, it sounds like he's like those shady like dudes.
No, but
that
like,
have pod.
hear me out. Legal Mindset, make that course. a lot of people are gonna thank you for it. Like, open like a whole agency. Like, provide the courses, open a whole agency where you put people on those days to meet each other, so we can also avoid the no neck ed situations. Do it.
I only stream on YouTube. So, yeah, there we go.
Why do you guys come in here and ask for this stuff? It's never going to happen.
And that's the great point. I'm going to leave it right there. It's never going to happen because Hasan lacks the capacity to actually address real issues and to actually respond to legal or objective arguments, because he's incapable of doing that. Not only because he's not a lawyer, even a non-lawyer can make an argument, can make a policy position, can say this should be this way for XYZ, but because he needs to discredit others by ad hominem in order to try to win an intellectual argument.
I think Hasan is like a professional contrarian / crybully. I think that's the only thing he knows what to do. He will see the popular opinion or the opinion that majority of people agree with, so he can go against it, because, you know, he's not like the other girls, sprinkled with some idiocracy there. And then he's gonna bully other people so he can play the victim.
Argument. And frankly, that's at the lowest level of argumentation. But one thing he really can't argue with is the law. And in fact, there's a California law, which was pointed out by a California lawyer friend of mine, where that shows that he may have violated this statute, 653.2, involving electronic cyber harassment. So this is the statute which reads
Yeah, the doxing of a random person. I still cannot believe how dumb do you have to be for that. Some random chatter is gonna say something in your chat. Yes, you're completely entitled to ban that person. But then he made sure that Papa Twitch removes him off the platform completely. And then doxes a random person. By the way, that person responded to it.
Every person who, with the intent to place another in reasonable fear of his safety. So if you have the intention to scare somebody else, to place them in fear of their safety or the safety of that person's family by means of an electronic communication device, a computer or a cell phone, and without the consent of the other person, and for the purpose of imminently causing that other person unwanted physical contact, injury, or harassment by a third party, electronically distributes, publishes, emails, hyperlinks, or makes available for downloading personal identifying information, including but limited to a digital image of that other person or an electronic message of a harassing nature about that other person, which would be likely to incite or produce that unlawful action. So he put out that photo and he engaged in those actions with the intent to instill.
By those actions, he put up the information. He was whittling around his gun, and apparently his mag fell out, so he had to fiddle with that too. I'm still like torn between stupid or malicious.
Both.
And the reality is, since Papa Twitch constantly defends Hasan, there's gonna be a lot of small content creators following suit with how Hasan is acting, and are gonna act the same way and do the same things. And then they're gonna find out that rules for thee, not for me. And also, he was trying to do the whole thing. Well, when Charlie did it, aka Moist Critical, when Charlie did it, everyone applauded him. How is it any different? Okay, buddy, Hasan, you are Sneeko in this scenario. You're not Moist Critical here. You are Sneeko. The guy with the clips, you are Sneeko. You're not the guy with the max, Moist Critical.
Fear in that other individual. So that individual could look into contacting California law enforcement, could look into that pertaining to Hasan and take action thereby. Very interesting and something for him to worry about, but of course, only if he addresses the real issues. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Oh, he cut him so short. No. What I genuinely think, go subscribe to Legal Mindset if you haven't yet. I'm link it in the chat, and then I do my conclusion, because I'm not sure how many of you are subscribed to him, but I do recommend the channel. But yeah, my opinion about this whole thing is Hasan, like, get a grip of yourself. You're genuinely acting like a PMSing chick. Like, just let it go. Just take a break from everything for 3 months. Go touch some grass. Go watch some movies. Go get actual friends. Do something else for a few months. Just step away for a little bit. Like, get some perspective in your head to understand why people genuinely dislike you. Fight the demons inside of you, because this is a train wreck.
Yeah, yeah. Fly high. Check it. Spread my wings high, reach the sky. Feathers in the wind, never asking why. I'm a bird, motherfucker, I'm a bird. Soaring high, yeah, that's the word. Flying free like you never heard.